This episode of Safemoon Knight will cover Safemoon price and daily volume, addressing the elephant in the room, a word to the fudders. If you've been able to hack into my Knight computer and survey my feed, congratulations. You deserve to be subscribed, able to like, and able to comment on this data source. Please share this video to boost the server algorithm to get this information on Safemoon to others. For more Knight content, make sure to access and follow my Twitter feed. I am Safemoon Knight. Alfred, let's go.
Coming your way, Master Bruce.
Looks like the current price of Safemoon is 0.0005293, with a daily volume of 140,000. Looks like the price for Safemoon has been trading sideways for some time. We recently had some more liquidity injected into V2, which brought the price up, but to be met with whale sell-offs that brought the price back down. However, whale dominance is now lower than ever. If you take a look at my Twitter feed here, from June 16th, I put out a tweet saying that whale dominance was 7.45% for the top 10 and 9.91% for the top 25. But as of today, whale dominance decreased. Top 10 was 7.39% and top 25 9.85%. Now, moving on to the rest of the video. This dataset video is not for the faint of heart. This will be a hard-hitting video that will address the elephant in the room. I'm a fan of attacking issues head-on and not avoiding controversy. I'm talking about Safemoon Joe and his decision to finally cut ties with being a Safemoon supporter. This is unfortunate, as he was a big part of the army. Moving forward with this dataset would be unjust and not give Safemoon Joe credit for all that he has done for Safemoon, as he was what some would arguably state as a #1 Safemoon YouTuber, a cheerleader for the project, a FUD fighter, an average Joe, educating the masses about Safemoon. However, he's now turned like many. The only constant is change, and change brings about innovation. This is not a rebuttal video to Safemoon Joe's recent content, but instead a different perspective on all of the information that has come to light recently. Here we go. Now, let's take this perspective first. Would it truly surprise you to learn if John was a whale from the conception of Safemoon? If he was on the team early on, why wouldn't he also be a very early holder of Safemoon? If he was an early holder of Safemoon, he most likely made a lot of money during the first rocket launch, and perhaps even during the second rocket launch. Would there be anything wrong with that? No. No, there wouldn't. Perhaps he made his money being an early investor and sold some or all of his holdings to make profit. Nobody could fault him for doing that if he did. Also, it's obvious that John is savvy with the crypto market. Another possibility is that he made money with other crypto investments. I'm not sure, but these are possibilities, and these are outcomes that belong to John's personal life, and an explanation from him regarding these possibilities is not promised to, nor deserved by anyone. Now, that was that perspective. Let's move on to the allegations. I too am privy to most of the intel Joe has released recently in his videos. I saw this so-called mansion in question, and I must say, it's hardly a mansion. Now this is a mansion, a random photo found on the web. This most likely has 25 rooms, 10 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, a courtyard, and a grand library. This is not the type of home that is in question here. No, instead, this is the type of home we are looking at. Now, this is not the home that is being discussed, but it is a similar look and size. I want to be clear, this is not the house in question, but is a random photo found on the web with similar size of the house being discussed, just to give you an idea of the caliber of house we're talking about. Now, seeing this photo, ask yourself, is this a mansion? A nice house, sure, but does it look like this is someone taking advantage of funds? The home in question isn't even in the price range of $2.25 million, but instead is $1.35 million. Sure, a lot of money, but this house was allegedly purchased on September 10th of 2021. Think of the market cap at that time of Safemoon. Talking about market cap, let's get to it. This purchase, as stated, was made in September of 2021. when the market cap for Safemoon was approximately $1 billion. And at this time, there was a lull in the market cap. The months surrounding this date, the market cap of Safemoon was around $2 billion, and at times reached as high as $3 billion. When this purchase was made, Safemoon's market cap was in a much better place than now. However, a high market cap still wouldn't make Joe's allegations of embezzlement right, but the allocation of funds would have been handled more carefully if the market cap was lower, because there wasn't as many funds to go around. Hindsight is 20/20. This is connected to my next point, which is one must spend money to make money. Let's go. Again, the house in question is not under John's name. Instead, it's under a company name, as mentioned in Safemoon Joe's video. Now, if this was Kuroni's personal home, why wouldn't he have it under his name? Or under a relative's name? Why the company name? One perspective, which is taken by many of those who lost their faith in the project, will probably say that Kuroni is trying to cover up this purchase by not putting his name on it. Sure, that's one possibility. However, there is another. The possibility that this house was purchased as a company house that will be used to temporarily house employees of Safemoon, guests of Safemoon, business partners of Safemoon who visit Utah. It's not abnormal for a company to have a nicer home to house individuals while they're in town to do business with them. Sure, a hotel would suffice, but Safemoon goes above and beyond. I'm sure that concept is very clear by now. As shown here, on one of the comments on Safemoon Joe's videos said by Dave Smith, he said, "What if the house paid for and a company name is used for when people fly out to Utah? I worked on rigs for years and was very common to stay in nice houses when delayed to fly out to the rigs, for example." Again, what if this home was purchased for business reasons? Would it have been okay? I think for many, yes. But the unfortunate part about this is the narrative of it being purchased for Kuroni's personal use came out first. Without hard, undisputable evidence, one must remain patient before drawing conclusions. Now, let's discuss the third possible explanation for this purchase. Let's assume this is Kuroni's personal property and not used for business. Now, many are you asking, why are people throwing around the number 700,000 for a salary for a CEO? This is why. The average salary for a CEO in Utah is almost $800,000. A substantial amount of money, sure. However, there is a substantial amount of energy, time, work to being done to make a successful tech company. For the purpose of this video, this number will be used. So let's say Kuroni is making almost $800,000 per year, and let's multiply that by how long he's been a CEO, and at the time of the alleged purchase in question. He was CEO then for approximately 6 months, and that would give him approximately $400,000. This is troubling. Or is it? It's no secret that John has been CEO at this point in time for 6 months. However, is this truly when Kuroni started working on Safemoon projects? The quick answer, no. Kuroni started working on Safemoon projects back in 2018, almost 3 years prior to when this home was purchased. As evidenced by this photo taken at Washington, D.C., you can see that Kuroni was in talks with the Gambian ambassador already regarding development in Safemoon in 2018. Why is this relevant? John started in 2018, which means he's been working on Safemoon projects for approximately 3 years, not 6 months. This drastically changes his total pay after recalculating these numbers. Kuroni would have accumulated $2.4 million since he started working on Safemoon projects. This is just another perspective and is purely speculative, but it isn't far-fetched to think that Kuroni's granted himself back pay since starting on Safemoon projects. Some may disagree with back pay, but it's just another possibility that can explain his acquired wealth. And also, allegedly Kuroni was living in a trailer due to lack of finances back then. Does this look like someone who was falling on hard financial times? Having meetings with government ambassadors, wearing a nice suit in Washington, D.C.? I don't think so. Now, next, let's address the so what questions. Some are saying, so what if Kuroni has nice cars, or a nice house? As long as Safemoon is fulfilling their projects and delivering on their mission, that's all that matters. Let's take a look at exactly what Safemoon has been delivering thus far, and quickly discuss other Safemoon marks of progress. First, the Android and iOS wallet and the continuous updates to make it more robust and more user-friendly. This is a fact. Safemoon Swap. Also, all the Safemoon Swap partners, the robust onboarding process for the Safemoon Swap partners, including the 39 questions just to apply. This process created by Safemoon gives confidence to holders as everyone is screened for rug pulls or scams and streamlines the process to having projects come on board. This is a fact. V2, a better contract than V1 that is more robust, more secure, and able to adapt to the conditions ahead. That is a fact. Operation Phoenix reveal. Although getting worked on behind the scenes, I'm not going to count this for now because nothing was delivered yet. However, the Mooncraft server, you can actually play Minecraft right now on the Safemoon Mooncraft server. That's a fact. Listing exchanges, Digifinix, Bitmart, Mandala, and a dozen others with Binance working on Glowtalk tech to work on the Mandala exchange. That's a fact. Swap and Evolve, which has been triggered over a dozen times thus far. That's a fact. A giant marketing campaign with billboards. And do we forget about the Jumbotron display in Times Square for an entire year, several times an hour? That is a fact. Other mentions are the Safemoon HQ in Utah, a place where Safemoon employers gather to grind and get work done. That's a fact. Several PhDs hired and on a payroll for blockchain and other tech development. These are heavy hitters. That's a fact. A world-renowned video producer who worked with EA Sports and John Madden is on the team, and Safemoon has their own recording studio for educational videos and podcasts. That's a fact. Their own educational team who provide constant communication to the Safemoon Army. Fact. Big players in the investment and tech industry who support and are working with Safemoon like Brandon Fugel and others. Fact. And with the card, the exchange, and the blockchain getting worked on, Safemoon has a bright future ahead. With all of these aforementioned items, how can one say that progress is not being made? Items are getting delivered, products are getting worked on, and progress is being made. Knowing all these items have already been delivered and more to come, do you think Safemoon is failing to deliver? No. Do you think everyone is getting taken advantage of and no progress is being made for Safemoon to succeed? No. Maybe a few cars were purchased, sure. Maybe a few homes were purchased, sure. But these are all speculative, that it was taken from the LP. But I know what's not speculative and fact. All of these items that Safemoon did deliver on. That is a fact. Crony winning CEO of the Year in Utah. That is a fact. Crony getting asked to speak at big crypto conventions. That is a fact. Now, I'll leave you with a positive tweet by Danology on Twitter. He stated, "Ah yes, the bear market. Many will fall victim to its mischievous ways. But not you. You have solidified your diamond hands. You've built up resilience and can withstand the FUD. You know what's coming, and how prosperous the future is. Hodl, Safemoon." What about you? Are you diamond-handed? Do you believe in the Safemoon dev team and what they're doing? This is a great time to ask yourself this question and take necessary steps one way or another. I know my answer. I'm more bullish than ever. My fists are diamonds, and the acronym HODL is engraved in my DNA. I'm not blind as a bat, no. Instead, I see the forest for the trees. If I lose, then I lose. But if we are victorious, how sweet it will be. Oh, and I never lose. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. We just busted through the 1,000 subscriber mark. Thank you, Safemoon Army. If you liked viewing this content, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're aware of when I release my next video. Please share this video to help get the news on Safemoon onto others. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for the latest news on Safemoon as it's happening. We're growing more and more every day and broke through the 1,000 follower mark. Alfred and myself thank you for proving Lucius wrong. Now, he owes me a new Safemoon Knight chest emblem. And I did recently put out a poll. The poll asked the question, who in the Safemoon Army would like to hear Safemoon CEO Captain Hodl speak on a Twitter space or any other forum similar to an AMA? Is it time that we hear from him? Over 640 votes were casted, and an overwhelming 75.8% of the Safemoon Army said yes. 24.2% said no. Those who said no stated, "Why talk? Let the products talk for themselves." I agree. I like that answer. However, most of the Safemoon Army would like to hear from him, and I think John Crony is also on board with that, as he recently put out a tweet asking if we want that as well. Here's a word for our fudders out there. For those of you who deem Safemoon a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme, are you seriously stating that Safemoon is a pyramid scheme just because those who got in early reap the most benefits? Some of you on Twitter or in Discord are ridiculous. Do you not know how investing works? You think those who invested early in Tesla when it was $10 a share reap more of the benefits versus those who bought in when Tesla was $500, or those who bought Amazon stock when it was $5 a share versus those who bought it at $50 a share? Anyone who invests early in a project will reap the most benefits if the project is successful over time. How is this any different than early investors in Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other project? It's not. The difference with Safemoon is that Safemoon has a 10% fee. This 10% fee deters people from selling once in. Many argue that it's about how much time one spends in the market, not so much timing the market. But what do I know? I'm just a crime-fighting vigilante with cool gadgets and a holographic risk communicator. For the true members of the Safemoon Army, and you know who you are, remember that innovation takes time, progress takes work, and success takes patience. Therefore, stay vigilant, stay patient, stay Safemoon, and I'll stay Safemoon Knight.